As soon as I take one step onto the sidewalk, on my right side, I hear, bah, bah, ah. So let's get it right. This is the time where I almost got shot at the club, and I also ended up like saving this girl's life. Weird, wild story, crazy night. So I just finished going out with my girl. We had dinner, we went to a show, whoop-de-whoop, went back to her crib, we was chilling. I was like, yo, you wanna go out? She was like, she was not really feeling it. She had been feeling going to the club recently, and that's fine. So I was like, let me ask some of my other friends. That I usually always go with someone. I never or rarely, that was the only time I've ever gone to the club by myself. And to this day, it still felt weird. But I call up my homie, ask him if he wants to go. I'm asking other people. They're like, nah, I won't be able to. And he was the only one who's like, yeah, I think I'll be able to go. I just need to grab some food first, because he was planning on drinking. I was like, cool. I'm under 21, by the way. I'm 20 years old. I'm like, cool, what time you want to link up? He said, let's link up at like 12 or like 1 or something. He said something crazy. Like, the club closes at like 3 o'clock here. So I'm like, yo, like, we ain't finna do shit once we get there. But I was like, you know what? Let's meet up at the club instead of like going together. He was like, all right, cool. I told him I'm gonna get there around like 11:30ish so that we're in by like 12. He was like, all right, cool. He'll plan for the same. I head out. My girlfriend drops me off at the club, and I'm in line. Line's not super long yet. It usually gets super long around like 12. So by the time I get in there, it's probably like 12 o'clock-ish or so. I check my phone after a couple minutes of like walking around and seeing the vibe. Check my phone. Homie said, nah, gang, I won't be able to show up. I'm like, bro, are you serious right now? So I was like, hey, damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because like, should I just head home right now? But I already paid to get in, bro. So it was like, what am I going to do? So I ended up finding out one of my friends was there, because she texted me because her friend told her that I was going there. So I checked my phone. She's like, hey, I'm at the club. I heard you was here. I'm like, cool, bet. I link up with them. I end up finding them, chill with them for a bit. But if you know me, when I'm in the club, I do not stay in one place for long. I don't stay there for long. So I'm walking around. I'm dancing around. I'm a dancer, so I'm gonna keep dancing. One thing about me, I'm gonna stay dancing. So dancing around, the vibe's good. Like, it ain't too wild, but it ain't like too calm. So it's like at a great place where like people do want to dance. Cause sometimes if y'all go to the club, y'all know what I'm talking about. When it's too packed to the point where like you cannot dance, that is when it's not a good experience. But then when it's like too dry to the point where niggas are just like weird when hitting the dance floor, it's just not enjoyable. So it was at like a good place. There was a good amount of people there. The vibes was right. So I was like, bet. Dancing, whoop-de-whoop. It's getting closer to the end of the night. So at this point, it's like 2:30-ish. My homegirl, she just left right before me. She texted me. She said, I'm on my way home. I'll let you know when I get home. I'm like, cool. I'm walking out. She took her Uber. I walk out. I'm about to call my girlfriend, right? But I'm walking out. As soon as I take one step onto the sidewalk, on my right side, I hear, bah, bah. I was like, yo, that's a gunshot. I'm walking back in. I turn around. I'm telling everyone who's walking out, yo, go back in. Shots fired. I'm just standing around. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, call my girlfriend up. I'm like, yo, trying to see if she can pick me up. No answer. She did not answer. I call her up multiple times. No answer. No answer. I'm like, yo, this is not happening right now. I'm like, okay, so if she does come and get me, it'd have to be a couple blocks away. I know if I call an Uber, this is a dangerous zone now, and it's a very active zone, so that means it's gonna cost more. So it's definitely gonna be more than $20 if I do it here. That means I have to walk away, but I don't want to pay for an Uber. Remember, I said that I don't want to pay for an Uber. At this point, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just walk home. Security's like, yo, y'all can come out, but y'all can't go to the right. Y'all have to walk to the left. If you have to go anywhere, go to the left, call your Ubers or get your rides back home or wherever you're going. I leave. I got a button up, right? I got my Dragon Ball Z button up with my black jeans on, and I think I had Adidas. Don't know why that matters, but just to give y'all some visuals, you know what I'm saying? You have to imagine it. So I'm walking. I'm leaving the club. As I'm leaving the club, I'm seeing niggas on the side. They're like, yo, what happened? What happened? I said, yo, I heard a nigga got shot over there. Like, there was an argument, and then that nigga pulled out a gun during the fight and into the chest. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. Did not see it, but that's what I heard from the niggas who was outside. And they was like, yo, da da da. I'm like, yeah, I get an Uber like a block away or so, because over there it's gonna be mad expensive. I keep walking. I'm not buying an Uber. At this point, I know where my girl lives. It's not too far. It's probably like 2 miles away or something like that. So I was like, let's just keep walking. Just keep walking. Like, in my ears, I think I had my headphones or something on me. Or not my headphones. I think I just had my music playing from my phone. I had Keep On Walking by Denzel Curry playing. So I was just like, keep on walking. I was jamming that shit, right? As I'm walking, I'm like, keep calling my girlfriend. Let me see if she gonna pick up. Bring, no answer. Bring, no answer. I'm just like, fuck it. We're just gonna keep on walking. As I'm walking, I see this girl on the side of the street. I'm like, yo, she homeless? Nah, I think she homeless. I keep walking. As I get closer, I'm about to walk past her at this point, and I'm like, no, she's wearing like all black. She's wearing heels. So I'm like, I think she just came from a club or something. I come out, I pick her up, or like, I didn't even pick her up, actually. I first was like, ma'am, are you okay? And she was like, I was like, yo, she's wasted. Like, she was gone. I'm asking her like, yo, are you here with anyone? Like, with your friends or family, or where, like, who do you here with? She's like, my friends all left me. I was like, oh shit, okay. I had to think of something else. Like, okay, where's your phone? Like, let's get you an Uber home. She was like, I lost my phone. I'm like, yo, what? And she's like, yeah, my friends left me and I don't have my phone. I was like, yo, this is crazy. You got yourself into one of the worst situations possible. Or I don't want to say got yourself, but you're in one of the worst situations you could be in. On the side of the street, drunk, friends left you, and you don't have your phone. And you don't have your phone. That's not even a triple threat. That's worse than a triple threat. So I'm like, okay, let's get you to the intersection so we can call you an Uber. I'm asking the questions like, yo, what's her name? I do not remember her name, by the way. Do not remember her name. So if she sees this, that's amazing. But hope you're doing okay. Hi. Walking down the street, asking her what her name is. I'm asking her where she came from. She came from a bar, Hispanic bar that was close by. She's like, yeah, I know the owners. I'm like, cool. I'm just trying to keep her awake at this point. I was like, okay, yeah, so the bar, I was like, your friends left you? She was like, yeah, like, they just left me. I was like, oh my gosh, she's just wasted. She's wasted. Like, all of her weight's on me. I'm damn near carrying her at this point. She's barely able to walk. I was like, okay, She was like, yeah, it's that bar over there. Like, oh, like, you want to come with me? I'm like, no, let's not. We don't have to go to a bar. I was like, what are you trying to get into? Like, we don't need you to be getting into any bars right now. And she was like, what are you trying to get into? And I was like, ain't no way she's flirting with me right now. At a time like this, the drunk mind is crazy, y'all. So I'm like, you need to get yourself into Uber. That's what you need to get into. I continue walking with her. We get to the corner of the street. By the way, we passed a Hispanic couple while we're walking, right? Mind you, I'm a 6 foot tall black man who's carrying around a drunk Hispanic woman, very skinny, looks like she's almost out of consciousness, and I'm just carrying her down the street. What does that look like? Does not look good. So I'm like, hey, yo, this is not great. I continue walking. They end up catching up to us. I was like, oh, are you okay? Do you know her? And I was like, no, I do not know her. She was drunk on the side of the street, and She lost her phone and her friends left her. So I'm getting her an Uber. They're like, oh, okay, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, it is crazy. They end up helping me. They're talking to her in Spanish. So at this point, like, some of the things, like, I don't even know what she's saying. I don't know what they're saying. I just know they're speaking in Spanish. I'm like, cool, as long as they can connect. Call up the Uber. Well, calling up the Uber, she ends up saying, like, yeah, it was my cousins. I'm like, hold on. Your cousins? You said it was your friends. Your cousins? Your own blood left you? She's like, yeah, we like took 2 shots of tequila. I was like, you lightweight. 2 shots and you gone? Did you not eat anything? Like, actually, but either way, 2 shots, crazy, and she was wasted. Like, she almost looked like she looked like she was passing out. I'm like, yo, fuck your cousins, by the way, but let's try to get you home. The Uber pulls up, and when the Uber pulls up, I'm like, yo, I'm just getting her home. She's drunk. She's left out here. She doesn't have a phone or anything, but this is just a ride to get her home. Dude's like, okay. The Hispanic couple were like, you know what? Let's actually have the Uber take us to our car, and then we'll just drive her home. But let's connect, and let me get your number first so we can tell you when she gets home. I'm like, all right, cool. In my head, I'm like, this could be a bad idea. I'm just giving this woman to a stranger. But also, I'm a stranger too. So in this situation, everyone looks bad. So I ended up giving my number. They take her to their car and drive her home. I keep on walking. I did not hop into the Uber at all. I just keep on walking, calling up my girl. No answer. No answer. At this point, I called her like 17 times, I believe. 16, 17, almost 20 times at this point. And I'm like half a mile away, and then I get a call, and she's like, oh, where are you? I was like, I called you almost 20 times. Where are you? She's like, I fell asleep. I couldn't hear my phone. I was like, it's fine. I'm almost home either way. And she said, no, I'm gonna come pick you up. My girlfriend comes and picks me up, and I'm like, yeah, so this is just what happened. It was a wild story, honestly. Like, even in that moment, I was like, ain't no way this just happened right now. Like, ain't no way this just all went down. I get back to her crib. As I'm about to go to sleep, I see a message that says, she just arrived at home. We saw her go inside. Whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, cool. I'm going to sleep. Went to sleep, and yeah, that's the end of the story, because it was just a wild night. Like, I almost got shot. Not nearly really me, but like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I almost got shot, and then ended up saving this girl's life along the way. It was like 2 stories in one, really, to be honest with you. But it was just a crazy night at the club, and then on my way home. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. So I'm recording this video for like the 3rd fucking time because I keep messing up.